Hello everyone, welcome back to More Stuff Coin Connection channel. I'm MSCC. I'm back again. Remember that I only talked to you in my previous James Bond Silver Coins episode on Easter Monday, and I'm here again. So why soon? It is because I received this coin for Ningaloo Eclipse the next day after Easter Monday, which I don't want to wait until the weekend to prepare my next episode. Anyway, I'm not sure whether you have watched my newly released short video relating to it at 6 p.m. on 12th April, within which I applied the Footloose soundtrack as a background music, so it matches 2 times speed recording. I created as a trailer or teaser or whatever you call it for this full episode. So don't go away yet to search it now. You can always watch it later. Pretty sure there's some good contents to cover soon. It is my first time to record a nighttime video, so hopefully the lights are all good enough. How do I end up doing additional episode? As I did some homework by constantly checking upcoming coin releases on the Pursemint website, and I set a reminder in my calendar, so that's why I can place order as soon as available. I think it was released on 4th April, which is why I can receive it in 1 week's time. So what is the eclipse about? For this phenomenon we'll experience in about 1 week's time in Western Australia. It's called a solar eclipse, so which means you can view it in the daytime. So how does it happen? Put it that way, simply speaking, the moon blocks the way in between the sun and the earth, and all of those 3 are in alignment, in other words, in line. There are 4 types in total. The first one, the most common one, is called a partial eclipse. So this happens when the moon does not completely cover the sun. When I say most common, I mean I'm trying to compare it to other 3 types. It's still very rare. The second one is called annular eclipse. It covers the sun, but only the center, and did not completely cover the sun. Total eclipse, it completely covers the sun, and there's a complete darkness on the earth for the duration. And last one, rarest one, which is called hybrid eclipse. The word is quite self-explanatory because it includes all the previous 3 types, which is the one occurring at Ningaloo I'm going to talk about in a second. So why the Ningaloo eclipse coin issued? The whole purpose is to commemorate the rare hybrid solar eclipse event in Australia. The best spot to observe this phenomenon are in Ningaloo and Exmouth Town region in Western Australia, within the line of totality, and you will experience about 1 minute complete darkness during lunchtime. In terms of rarity, there are about more than 200 eclipses in 1 century. That includes the total, annular, partial, and hybrid eclipses, which means it occurs more than twice a year for annual and partial ones. Each of them accounts for more than 30% of all eclipses, while the total eclipses are a bit rare, and it's just about 30% of all, and even lower than 30% in the next 2 centuries, in the 22nd and 23rd centuries. So if you take a look at the table on the screen, hybrid is extremely rare. It occurs only 7 times this century, which is just a bit about 3% of all eclipses in this century. In the future centuries, there are even less chances, which is below 2% of all in the next century, and about 1% of all in the century after the next. For this particular one on the 20th April 2023, it is one of 7 hybrid solar eclipses in this century, and it is only one in Australia in the 21st century in 100 years time. So based on this, it's no exaggeration that we can call it once a lifetime phenomenon in Australia. And due to the rarity of the event, it is worth commemorating. When is this hybrid eclipse going to occur? Let me waste no more time and open the box to see whether we can find any clue. Before that, let's have a look at the packaging. So the packaging seems like included box itself, and I hope there's some material inside, which on the box say it's AFSC certified, as they advertised. Looks like so, and it says that the paper made from the recycled materials, which is good for the environment. Now let me pull it out. Wait for a second. Okay. On the box says a Ninglo eclipse. Let me open it. It's pretty tight. All right. Okay, let's have a look at this certificate of authenticity first. It shows the name of the coin and was made in 2023 to Aussie silver antiques colored coin. This is what I'm expecting to receive. Okay, here just says this coin celebrated total solar eclipse over the town of Exmouth, blah blah. And okay, let me put it back. Let me remove this. Okay, hold on, because this coin is antique coin and there's no case covering this, so give me 1 second. I need to put on my gloves. All right, gloves on. I will try my efforts to avoid touching the surface. I know it's bad thing to touch the surface of the coin, so just try to hold the edge of the coin. So let me gently take it out. Okay, well, not so bad. Okay, let me move closer to the camera. Okay, pretty sure you can see it clearly. On the reverse side, and as I mentioned before, this is 2 Aussie 99.99 pure silver antique color coin, and you can see the color and the bottom part of the reverse side. As you can see, there are many corals and a gigantic humpback whale shark in Ningaloo Marine Park under the completely dark sky in the hybrid solar eclipse. I think this is the message the coin is trying to tell us. It has been said that the antique coin has experienced a special surface treatment, so no coins being issued are exactly the same. Let me turn it around carefully and go to the other side. Okay, so again, it's still memorial obverse portraying the Queen Elizabeth II. We are not going to find the King Charles III portrait on the back yet, except the coin from the Royal Mint I showed you in the previous episode. So it's nothing special on this side, but on the edge, which the next thing I'm gonna show you. That's the whole purpose of taking out from the box and show you guys. Because on the edge, see, it says what is that for? This is for the Ningaloo eclipse. The date 20th April 2023, and the time it will occur will be at 11:27 a.m. I believe it will be the local time. And the local time starting from 11:27 a.m. The complete darkness will only last 62 seconds, which is a very short period of time. So for the coin itself, it is 50.8 millimeter in diameter, versus the other of my lunar year anti-coin collection. They are much smaller in their diameter, which is at 40.7. So which is so in other words, this coin is 10 millimeter wider in its diameter, because it has the same size as the other coin, which is a O2 or Z silver coin. So if you look at its thickness, it's much thinner. So for this coin, is only 4.8 millimeter, whereas the other lunar coins they are 5.9 millimeter. So in other words, it's 1 millimeter thinner. For fans of the cosmos, for this special event, it's a spectacular once in a lifetime experience, not something you want to miss. When you are lucky enough to be there at the right moment, hold your breath to experience the magnificent moment. Don't forget to bring your eclipse viewer before the event. So as you can see on my screen, this particular one travels from the west to east, and the first perfect point will touch on Australia continent is Ningaloo, and soon travels across the town Exmouth, which about 130 kilometers away by driving from Ningaloo Point. And those are the best points on the continent you can view this phenomenon. Actually, I feel more comfortable to have my gloves removed, and I don't get used to that, to be honest. As I mentioned, this is the last hybrid solar eclipse in Australia in the 21st century. So if you miss that one, there will be no more hybrid solar eclipse until the next century. But are there any other total and annular ones? Yes, we do, luckily. So after this hybrid one, there are 7 more total eclipses and 6 more annular eclipses in Australia this century, up to year 2100. So please find the date on my screen. So if any date suits, please Google it, and I'm pretty sure it's easy to find the exact location online. And if you are Cosmo fan, are keen to find their locations. So have you got one? If no, don't worry, there will always be something you can collect, right? So happy stacking your silver coins. By the end, I just want to say thank you to all my audiences, especially those who subscribe my channel, give me likes, and posted comments on my episodes. It's really important that your feedback will encourage me to do more and better contents episodes, so you can learn more from my channel. See you next time, everyone.